that's good. So welcome. Today we're going to be doing Tucker. Oh geez, Foley. I don't know how to say that. We're drawing Tucker though from Danny Phantom, and that will complete what was commissioned from the Danny Phantom set. But I've mentioned a couple times before, I'm probably also going to draw Phantom Danny because it seems like a real shame to have Danny Phantom but not have Phantom Danny. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started on drawing Tucker here. So see, Tucker's gadget boy, so I gotta have him looking at a gadget. And does everyone just have these rectangular eyebrows on this show, or is it just the main three? It's gotta be everyone, right? Wait. So I'm doing better mind, body, and soul today. I did actually get some sleep, and my wife fed the cats this morning, which means they didn't wake me up until 10, so that was wonderful. That was great. We've got a cat going through that teenage phase where, you know, he's just gotta, I don't know, because he's in this phase where he sometimes needs to be held all the time, all day, every day, and he'll freak out if you're not with him at all times and taking care of him and giving him love. But then also he goes through these phases or these times where if you fought, you would not be able to even like get close to him. He's just, I don't know, going through teen cat stuff, I guess. This is Dee Dee. I'm talking about the loud one, not Fluff. Fluff is quiet and soft, but will bite your hands the moment he has a chance. I think he thinks he's playing, but it's not very fun. He'll also, if Fluff will usually let you sleep, but if he wants to wake you up, he will go right for either your eyelids, your nose, or your toes, and just immediately start biting. And he's got sharp little teeth. Okay, I like the pose we're getting here. It's a little small compared to Danny, though. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's see. Here's I'm assuming it's a ghost finding gadget since the show's about ghosts. Give an arm up like that. And I think this is one of the first high school, like, canonly in... Are they in high school or junior high? Either way, this is one of the first characters that is canonically in school during the course of the story that I've seen that actually wears a backpack. Wait, it's a tracking device for his glasses. Wait, I'm so confused. You know what? If Velma had one of those, how many problems would that have solved, though, really? I think he's just learning from the mistakes of others. Oh, that's fantastic. Yep. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm drawing this a little wider than I want to again, but I'll fix it in just a second. More. Let's see. Nope. Really should just watch the show. I know I've been trying to do the Bunny Day event in Animal Crossing recently because, you know, it's limited time and there's stuff you can only get during this limited time, so that makes all my neurons light up and go, "Oh, snap, do it. You will be a successful person if you do this. If you get the limited time thing, that will make up for all of the failures in your life." So, yeah, I've been spending a lot of time in Animal Crossing. I did the fishing tourney this morning, and it was fun the first 2 or 3 times, and after that it just got a little frustrating. And then, like, I don't know, at the same time it was like infuriatingly frustrating but also kind of boring, which, I know, usually when something's frustrating it at least keeps me engaged because I'm, you know, like 110% about, like, oh, if I can't let this thing win now, it's got me angry. It can't also, like, I can't give up on it because then it wins, you know? Okay, I think we need to bring shoulders in a little bit more here. Yeah, that's looking cute. Okay. Yep. Let's start lining. Nope. I know it's like the essential shape that builds the head, which is the focal point of any chibi, but man, I suck at drawing chins. Like, you would think after drawing, gosh, hundreds of these that I would, I'd get the hang of it, but I just really haven't. I don't know. One day. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too much, and it's like messing myself up. I'm just psyching myself out, you know? I hate that when you're aware of something that's psychological, it doesn't change the fact that it still happens. Like, you would think that being able to think about the fact that it's something that your brain is just telling you is real that isn't, that would be enough for your brain to go, oh, wait, I guess it's not real then because I made it up, but it's not. So just being aware of the fact that I psych myself out of things sometimes doesn't stop me from psyching myself out, and that's kind of infuriating. I know, I think I need to, well, I don't need to, but I think I'd like to talk to a, what are they called? gosh, I forget which one is which, but there's psychologists and there's psychiatrists, and one of them can prescribe you things and the other just listens to you. And I don't want the person who's gonna give me medication. I just want the person that's gonna listen and evaluate and try to help work through things. I think I had one as a young teen going into gosh, was I in high school at that point? I must have, well, no. When did my parents get divorced? Okay, so it was before Andrew left on his mission. Which, let's see, you have to be 19, or you used to have to be 19 for that. So if he was 19, I was 16. So yeah, junior high then. I don't know why that matters. I don't know why I just spent so much time thinking about that. I still don't like this one. But yeah, anyway, I had a psychiatrist for a bit. I guess I went through a couple, actually, now that I think about it. But I had one that really stuck and really helped me after my parents' divorce. And I think my mom, because it was my mom who was really pushing for this, because, you know, she got herself a psychiatrist and it was helping her out a lot. And I think the reason she got me a psychiatrist, and specifically, my family is still pretty heavily Mormon. I was Mormon growing up, so she specifically got a Mormon psychiatrist for me, I believe, to try to help me work through my perceived feelings of same-sex attraction, because, you know, we can't just call things what they are. But the psychiatrist I talked to, I would talk about all the things going on in my life, and instead of, you know, trying to help me pray the gay away like I think my mom thought she was going to, she actually was like, okay, well, it sounds like your mom is having a lot of problems accepting you. Let's talk about that. And she helped me work through a lot of issues, coming out to myself, and dealing with the fact that not everyone, especially not my mom, would really understand at first. So that kind of backfired, I think, my mom. But yeah, I know while we've been in quarantine, we've been watching just like a bunch of YouTube videos, and there was some drama that went down in the dissociative identity community with someone who probably is not coming in and claiming they were, and kind of clickbaiting, and I don't know. I don't know all the details of it. I don't know any names or anything. I just know that it got me thinking about disassociation just in general, because at some point around that time when I was going through a bunch of different psychiatric help, I had someone diagnose me with a dissociative disorder. They did not clarify on that. They did not give me anything for it, but I was, like in junior high, and I didn't know that anything except DID existed. So I thought they were diagnosing me with multiple personalities, and I was very confused because I didn't think I had it. But, if a doctor diagnosed me, then I must have. So I went through a lot of early junior high thinking that I probably had multiple personalities and not knowing when it actually happened, how to deal with it. I thought maybe that the fact I was aware of it now was changing it, and that's why I wasn't seeing anything anymore, or I wouldn't see anything in the first place. I don't know. I was a confused kid And that was one of the many psychiatrists that I didn't go back to, so I didn't know. I didn't have an opportunity to ask him. I didn't talk to anyone else about it because I was kind of scared. Because, the media portrayal is terrifying. But anyway, as an adult now, looking back on it, I absolutely do not have multiple personalities. It was silly of me to ever think that I did. But, that whole train of thought was, it was something I hadn't thought about for a bit until the discourse was going on in that. And then I started thinking about how, there are other dissociative disorders. And I was diagnosed with a dissociative disorder, so I kind of did some home research, which I don't know how I feel about that, because I probably got some weird clickbait information, and you can never trust anything you read online anyway, so I really want to actually talk to someone about it, and that's why I'm bringing up wanting to go talk to a I think it's psychologists. I think psychiatrists are the ones that give you meds. I don't want medication. I know that for sure, because the bits of medication that I did have, that's a bad line, that I did have during my, psych eval heavy bit I had there in high school, did not do good for me. I think I was given some medication that you should not have been given that young, that just really messed with me with emotion-wise and memory-wise, and I already have a lot of problems with memory. So I don't want to take medication unless it's for something really life-threatening. I've gotten by okay without medication in the past. I just like to understand what exactly I have going on. But I looked into a bunch of different dissociative things, and I think I have dissociative amnesia, but I'm self-diagnosing myself. I have no idea how accurate that is, if that's actually something that's happening, or if I'm, again, just psyching myself out because that's just something I do. And I think everyone does. I think everyone, when they learn about a new thing that can be wrong with you, goes, oh, wait, but I have trouble sleeping sometimes. I didn't know that, the first time you hear about insomnia, you go, oh, I have trouble sleeping sometimes, because, every human has trouble sleeping sometimes. And you go, do I have insomnia? And sometimes the answer is yes, you do have insomnia. And sometimes no, you just think you have it because you have some of the symptoms, because everyone has things that go on with them sometimes, So, yeah, I'd like to talk to a psychologist once I get out of quarantine here. I guess once I can afford one. But I want to talk to someone and see if I do have dissociative amnesia, and if I do, what I should do about it, what I can do about it. I don't really know. There wasn't a ton of information online, because they essentially said, it's very hard to diagnose if you have this, because you don't know if you've forgotten something until you remember, and usually they don't even try to diagnose it unless it's affecting your day-to-day life. But the only way it's really affecting my day-to-day life is I'm thinking about it all the time and just wondering. I just want to know. I feel like it would give me peace of mind. So, I don't know, there is some stuff apparently you can do to try to bring back some repressed memories if you want to do that and deal with them, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I want to do that, because, right now I'm okay without those memories, and what if I wouldn't be afterwards? What if it dug out something that I'm not prepared to handle? I don't know. These glasses just come right together in the... I don't know. Again, I don't even know if it's actually a thing I have, a thing I should be worrying about, but I think that's why I need to talk to someone, is because I don't know, and I won't know unless I do. So, yeah, there's a rant about potentially having a dissociative problem. I don't know, I know that my my family, especially on my mom's side, tend to just selectively block memories. Not selectively, but just incredibly stressful things are just... I'm gonna make you less transparent. Getting in my way. Getting in my way, face. I don't know. I was talking about something. I got distracted by the work I'm actually supposed to be talking about, but I don't have anything to say about this character, so I like his design. He looks nice. It's a good character design. There's probably a more efficient or better way to figure out these glasses that I did not do, but it's okay. Not sure if I like how they look, though. I know, let me finish putting them together, and then I'll decide if I like them or not. And I wish there was less pixelation when you just kind of bump things around, because one of the really nice things about digital art is being able to bump around the shapes, but it aliases, it pixelates it a lot when you do that. So like I wanna do me some of this, and it just hurts the line quality just enough that it's annoying, not enough that I'm like really concerned about it. I just wish it didn't, you know. Yeah, I just want him to look like him. And glasses are such a part of someone's self, you know. Yeah, maybe a bit wider. Have I made these too big now, too cartoonish? I don't think so. I think it fits nicely. Yeah, I really wanted to have the nice like silhouette of that going off the side there, but that's not gonna work since I've got him facing too... He's not facing completely forward, but close enough to forward that that's just not gonna work out for this guy. Let's get you a little more, and you a bit more like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I have a couple times I've got things that I, realized I'd forgotten. And that's why I think I might have, I don't like the line quality now, so I'm gonna, dang it, okay. It's okay, it's worth it. It's gonna be worth it to make them look good. And I actually just don't need you at all. I need you, and I don't need you right now. We're just gonna make these look nice. I got a shape I like now. I just need to get good at lining. Nope. Okay, we're actually going to turn on. Are you the one that I just crazy bumped up the stabilization on? Nope. It's got to be you then. I tried making some new brushes the other day, saw a tutorial on it, and none of them are working. Give me a second. I'm gonna just like bump the streamline on this up to 100. Oh, that feels like cheating. It's not doing... You can't see where my pencil is on the stream here. You can't see where my pencil is, but this line is just kind of like following my pencil and just curving itself out nicely and making these like perfect curves. And it's nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good feeling to just have it work like that. But and something just seems wrong about it. But I guess I know there are people that don't feel like using this tool is okay. You know, they feel like that's cheating. There are people who think just doing digital art in general is cheating. And honestly, like, there's no cheating in art unless you literally just like take someone else's thing and go, this is my thing. Then that's stealing, but that's still not really cheating, you know? Like, I don't know. I could go off. But, yeah, I guess if I could go off, I probably would have, since I'm looking for things to say. Yeah, this lining thing worked so well on the last curve I did like this. This one's just not working with me. Yeah, that's better. I'm just gonna do just like a tiny bit, but that shouldn't be enough aliasing that it's... The thing is, it wasn't really the aliasing that was bugging me with the last attempt at lining these glasses. It was the just how much it messed with the line thickness, the width. It's just really bugging me. That is too jittery right there, but I like the line up until here. So, nope. Okay, that should be fine. Nope. Okay. And long, even geometric curves are not my strong suit. Good to know. That and coloring is still not something I'm great at. I'm fine at reworking palettes, if that makes sense. So like I don't eyedropper when I do the chibis. I've got my reference on a completely different device, and I don't just take the colors from there. I'm fairly good at, to getting the general colors of something, but then kind of phasing it into the palette I've got going for the chibis, kind of like as a collection, because you don't want, what's a good example? Okay, so something like Adventure Time, the colors are like super bright and poppy, but then you have something like Walking Dead that's not bright at all, ever. But I still want them to look like they match in a set. I want you to be able to get, a Finn and a Daryl and have them be buddies and, just hang up next to each other and hang out and be cool together, So I still do... I have kind of a color profile, I guess, that I like using. and a certain amount that I like to change up, like brightnesses, and I don't know, there's just a color style that I like doing. So like I can do that. I'm very good at taking a palette that's already, or I think I'm good, I don't know. I don't really know. But I'm confident in my ability to take a palette that already exists and rework it and make it fit into, you know, the style I've got going for the drawing here, and, you know, I can do that just fine. Where I really fall flat with color is designing a color palette. I've got these two characters that I've got like a story for. I think I was talking about it yesterday, because the day before that I was, you know, instead of doing work like I should be, I was drawing a picture of one of these characters for this story that keeps coming in my head. So I gotta, you know, the story comes in your head, you gotta draw it. That's just how it is. Sorry, I want this to be visible, but I like the position of the glasses, so I'm gonna move it in a little bit like that. It's because I feel like it's a framing detail on his face here that's very important to his general look. So I'm gonna do that. But I've got these two characters. The one character I was drawing the picture of the other day got her color profile just fine. She looked great. But I've got these other two characters that I cannot, for the life of me, make a color palette that I'm happy with on. And it's a little infuriating. I know, after drawing so many pictures so many times, you'd think I would just figure it out one of these days, but I just haven't yet. I know. But I kind of just feel like the right thing will just come to me at some point, and I'll know when it looks right, and it'll be fine. And until then, I'll just keep doodling them in a... Because I know one of them's got kind of like an orangish, pinkish aesthetic going on, and in one of them's got kind of like a turquoise aesthetic. That's all I know. That is the information the muses have decided to impart with me. So... I'm still on that weird brush, aren't I? Let's switch back here. I don't think I like 100% smoothing for details. I feel like it will not give me the line quality that I want. Now I need to figure out more about customizing brushes in this program, because I never really had to customize brushes back when I was using Paint Tool-Si, because Paint Tool-Si's built-in brushes were exactly what I needed for everything I did, always. And Procreate's just not quite what I want, so I need to work on customizing my brushes a little bit, I guess. And I guess the one I'm using today is a little different than the one I was using yesterday, because we customized it a bit, but it's still not doing exactly what I want it to, I feel like, so. Okay, let's get our little hand wrapped around this little gizmo here. Wait. Okay, then... Nope. That line was doing so good, and then just squiggled up at the top. And see, that's the type of thing I'm talking about. I feel like I didn't have that problem on Paint Tool, so I feel like it didn't do that. And I also feel like it was just better with the tapering and the overall line thickness consistency. I don't know, but I don't know if it's probably not better. Well, I don't think anything in art is ever really, like, objectively better. I think there's a lot of, subjectivity in things, you know, but, especially in art. But subjectively, I liked the brushes in Paint Tool Sai more. But I don't know if that's because they actually worked better for me, or if I just learned to draw in that program, so whenever I have a problem with something and I try going back to like, oh, what are my instincts, what do I know, my brain tries to paint like it's Paint Tool Sai, and that usually doesn't work because Procreate and Paint Tool Sai are very, very different programs. And that's not a thing that's exclusive to digital art. I know that Brittany, my wife, does more. Well, she's been sick, so she's been doing more digital painting because it's hard for her to stand up for 12 hours working on an oil piece. But she does more traditional painting, especially more than I do. And she's got the same thing going on where she'll be working on watercolor for a long time and then switch back over to oil and get frustrated because they don't work quite the same. But then at the same time, the things that she learned from watercolor and brings over to oil do cool different effects that, you couldn't get otherwise. And I don't know, I think trying different things and getting different techniques from different things is always fantastic in art, But doesn't change the fact that I'm just kind of upset sometimes that these are not the Paint Tool Sai brushes. I wonder what's the closest thing I could get to Paint Tool Sai brushes in here. Or should I not be trying to make this program something it isn't? Should I be trying to figure out the little subtleties of this program and work with it instead of trying to make it work for me? I don't know. I'll move you over just a skosh there. There we go. Okay, then we got this one up here. Nope. That. Too thick, I think. Let's try like that. See, the visual follow-through doesn't work, though. You've got to... Even if you can't see the entire line, you still have to make sure it leads your eye so that... Because just subconsciously, when you look at that, you're going to go, oh, that doesn't connect where it's supposed to. It goes, like, past his shoulder weird or something, Even if you can't put words on it. So it's... A lot of it is just about learning when something looks wrong. It's learning to tune your intuition. I think tune's the word I'm looking for. Nope. Not a good line. Not a good shape. Not a good... He's got kind of chubby little arms, I guess. That's okay. They're cute. Yeah, cute little chubby little arms. Okay, I don't like the way this is connecting here. So this particular... I'm going to draw on it just so you can see this particular point right here is confusing to the eye. It is jumbled. It doesn't look good. So I'm going to take this entire little gadget here and kind of shorten it a little so I can follow through on these lines that I made over here to give these shapes that that nice definition they need to really look right. See? That looks better. Although that does It is. I thinned out the glasses, so he needed a thinner glasses detector to go with it. Okay. The arms don't match very well, but which arm do I like more? Well, let's just try thinning out this part here. See if that... Nope, that was not what I was trying to do. Okay. I think I need to fix the whole thing. It's gotta be both sides. But I do still like that hand, so I'm keeping that hand there. Okay, so a little more. Whoop. There we go. Now his arms match. Okay. Beautiful. Now we're gonna fix up these lines here. Yeah, I think we're good to merge all that. Let's get some hemlines on here so it looks like he's not just like a torso that kind of cuts off here. Make it look like he's wearing some clothes. See, he's got kind of like here, this line where his sleeves go. Nope. Okay. Okay, looking good. See, so we got belt here. Too far. That's better. Okay. Let's get his pants going. It's a little dumb to have a bunch there. Looks kind of dumb to have a bunch there since his pants are kind of just like. And they're very simple pants, but I don't want to do just like, straight lines and exact geometric curves for them. That's the style that they use for Danny Phantom, so like that works for them. But for me, I just feel like it would look weird. So I do just like a bit of line variation in there. Okay. Let's get you some shoes. Shoot, I really like that shape, but it's a little thick compared to the other shoe. There we go. That's cute. That looks good. And since everyone's got like combat boots in this show, we should give him his heel here. He's got heeled combat boots on. Incredible style, boy. You've done it. Okay, and then got backpack. Gosh, you know, the way this backpack looks in the show does not really work with physics, but you know, maybe that's why Brittany was thinking this was the foot fetish guy, is because everyone's got boots on. Which, I don't know, is that like a different type of foot fetish? Is that a cover those feet fetish? Is that a thing? I don't really know. I don't really understand the... Is it a community? Do I call it the foot fetish community? I don't understand it. I'm one of those people that just like... when I am alone at home, I cover my own feet because I don't like how they look. They kind of just disgust me, so I just don't understand it at all. But I know I like the combat boot look. That's fair, you know, it may have been a... Is it more an aesthetic choice, or is it more a... This is the shoe-like question, honestly. Because there are a lot of things that, like, people are like, oh, that's a style marker thing, that's a thing that this person does, and that's the thing that this person does. You never know, though, like, is that a choice they chose aesthetically, or is that something they made part of their style because that's just what they can do? Or what they like to do, you know? It may just be a... Were boots just, like, big at the time that this was made? Is it... Because, yeah, now looking back through my references... Well, yeah, so normal Danny's just got sneakers. But they've still got, like weirdly large soles on them. I don't know, do those types of shoes have, like, big old soles? I know that they got, like, the rubber bit on the bottom, but the soles aren't really that huge. I don't know. Okay, I think this pocket we're gonna draw on here, but the other pockets we're gonna go ahead and do in the coloring phase. So, yeah, I think we got lines done. Let me make sure they look as good as the sketch. Yeah, actually, I like them a lot more. Okay, perfect. Oh, let me make sure we're still a good size compared to Danny. Looks like we are. Okay, on to color. Lock. And reference. Okay. Man, I think I might have gotten a good tone first try. No, I'll put the rest of his colors down first, but... You know, I really have no idea what type of hat it's supposed to be. I kind of just followed along with the simplistic style on that because, honestly, I don't even know if it's a hat or a bandana. I'm really, really just unsure. So, I mean, it looks like him, so for my purposes, it's fine, but, yeah, I have no idea what that hat is. I wonder if there's any, like, Danny Phantom bonus content anywhere that would tell us. I don't know. Do you think the Wikipedia page knows? Or is there, like, an official art book or something? And I wonder if when they animated it, if the character Bible said anything about it. Or if I don't know if the style of the show was simplistic enough that if there was anything that it's direct interpretation. Well, I never know how much I trust the fandom wikis, though, because, you know, those are just the fans coming in and saying the things they think are canon, which sometimes are like, okay, yeah, that's canon now, but sometimes maybe not. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, I'm trying to remember what it was, because I know there was something that, like, someone had told me, you know, like, wikis are fantastic for a lot of things, but if there's no official source saying what it is, then whoever wrote that wiki is going to be making just whatever best guess they can, which is exactly what we're doing anyway, so I don't know if it would actually help at all or if it would just... what do you think? Teeth or no teeth? I like the teeth, but I think the tongue needs to be a little lighter. A little less pink. But yeah, there was something that someone had told me that I started like talking to people about at a convention, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was, but I later found out that thing was not true necessarily, or not the way I'd said it, but someone I talked to at the convention, I think, started posting about it somewhere, and it was like all over the internet for a bit, and I kept seeing posts of, why can't I not think of what this was? I don't know if, but the thing is, I don't know if I spread that misinformation or if I got my misinformation from the same place that whoever was spreading it was. I don't know. But I know that there was some info going around for a bit that was very, very not correct. That after, I learned it was not correct, it just started spreading. So I know that's a thing that happens. Why can I not think of what that was? Gosh, sorry, it's really bugging me. I can't. But I guess it doesn't really matter. But the point is, even if people mean well in doing Wikipedia articles and are, spreading the information that they think is the correct information, it isn't always. So a lot of things, especially when it's about a fandom, that there is a creator who has a headcanon or has made a canon that is still alive and can be talked to about it. A lot of those things, I think it's better to just, try to find an official thing for instead of going by the fan stuff, just because you never know. Was it Auron? I think it might have been Auron Season 2, because there was buzz going about how that was going to be a thing for a while, and I thought it was a real thing, and then it turned out it was a hoax, and then everyone thought it was a real thing, and I felt bad because I spread the wrong information on that because I thought it was going to happen. I think that's what it was. Okay, I like that on that side. Do we need to match it on the other side, though? Does that look good or does that look weird? Shoot, I shouldn't have merged the glasses because I want to move them now. But I can't move them because they're merged to everything. Oh, what do I do? What have I done? Let me see if there's any chance I can just kind of chance I can... Nope.